All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Frank Ocho with your midday update here in the MTS room. And there's not really a whole lot to say for the ES today. Not really a whole lot to say at all. Um, I think WB has done a great job of actually giving a play-by-play of all the key levels to do. I mean, these are not a big range here. 94s was an early level that we both matched on this morning, and 94 quarters the high. We come back down, and 91s now going to offer every time we get up there. On the way down, you have obviously support between 85s and 87s there, somewhere in that zone, but not really a whole lot to say. Uh, if we look out a little bit in the higher time frame here, I do think these are gearing up what looks like a potentially bearish move. You have 94s being a key pivot above. Prices haven't been able to get back above that zone for a couple of days. And that type of behavior usually leads to new lows within that multiple day down move. But we've been in a super bull market here. So these types of patterns have actually been breaking to the upside and leading to new highs like nothing ever happened. So that's what we're fighting with right now. Obviously, if you break those 82s down below, it really opens the door up to potentially hitting the downside bear target for the week, which I currently have as 1771 quarter, and obviously that would lead to a retest of that 75 to 70 zone, which would be a pretty big buy opportunity on the way up. So that's what I'm looking at right here. Not a whole lot. I think 91s obviously is a good short-term area to sell. 94 is a key level right there that the market is kind of battling over. 82 is key support down below. Not a whole lot there. Onto the NQ. This one very similar. Again, you back up in time frame and look at an hourly chart. 3400 has been a big time zone for a few weeks now and a couple of months. You know, breaking back above that zone was really important. In the morning, Monday morning before the market opened, RTH, we talked about 3422s. We got a big time selling tail above that level and sold off. And since then, we had a lower high develop at 34s, and then we came within 6 ticks of it earlier today, and then dropping away from that level. So 34 is big time pivot in the charts. Again, if this remains the lower high here, the idea is for a measured move down toward 33.50.75. So that's not a bad play there. Obviously, the short-term levels are very similar to what we're seeing in the ES. 33.94s are the area that's been offered, and then down here we've been seeing buys. Really, 79 to 82 is the zone, and we got very close here, getting to 82, 83 and change right now in this pullback. But obviously these things are all coiling up. Big time coils here, awaiting the FOMC minutes. Once something happens here, once it shakes out, we either break above 3400. I think we're on our way toward the weekly high or the weekly target at 34.32.25. We continue to hold below this zone, then I think we go down there and get that 33.50.75. So that's what I'm looking at here on both short-term and long-term basis, or longer-term basis. Now for crude oil, this one we've been nailing obviously the extremes here. You know, when price rallied up into 94.30s, I talked about 94.30 being the pivot, and as soon as price failed to expand that range, we got a very big sell-off right into the 93.20s, which was the zone we bought yesterday. So when price dropped into this area, we saw another 1-point rally back toward 94.30. 94.30 is held as the pivot, and we just got another 50-tick drop away from that level. Very, very big time zone. You can see 94.30s right here. Important zone. Now we're looking at crude oil from a higher time frame perspective as well. On the hourly charts, you can see major support, 93.20s up to 93.40. That area, big time support right there. Been buying every single pullback into that zone. Now, across the highs, we have lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Every time it flushes to the upside and looks like it wants to rally, they get sold, and we're getting lower highs. This all points to an eventual downside break out of this 2.5 week trading range. Again, we take out those 93.20s and close below those 93s. This thing could open up a big time decline for about 3 points. So breaking above 94.50 though opens the door to a retest of 95s, but again, nothing really happens until price can get above 95.70s, although getting above 95s would be a big start. So again, that's what I'm looking at heading into the rest of the day. We'll see what happens with this FOMC minutes, and then we got the MIM after that. So it should be interesting. All right, that's all I have for right now. Let's see how it plays out.